Let's start with something truly special. Dustin Poirier is not just preparing for another fight. This one is personal. This is going to be his last UFC bout. And he's making sure that it becomes the greatest moment of his career. He's not taking this lightly, not even close. Dustin is going to fight Max Holloway for the BMF title at UFC 318, and fans are already buzzing with excitement. These two aren't just fighters, they're absolute warriors. Every time they step into the octagon, they bring fire. But this one, it hits differently, because for Dustin, it's the final chapter. Speaking on the Fit State podcast, Dustin opened up, and you could feel it in his voice. This fight means everything to him. He's pouring his heart into it. He's not just fighting to win, he's fighting to leave behind a legacy. He's been laser focused more than ever before. Sure, he's always been disciplined, always been sharp, but this time, he's going above and beyond. He even started his diet weeks before training camp began. That's how serious he is. Dustin's been grinding in South Florida for 8 weeks straight. No distractions, no shortcuts, just pure dedication. He's not leaving anything to chance. Every minute of every day is being used to make sure when he steps into the cage, he'll be at his absolute peak. And let's be clear, he's not retiring because he has to. He's not walking away because he can't compete anymore. No one is forcing him out. This is his choice. That's what makes this so powerful. Dustin is stepping away on his own terms, and that matters deeply to him. He wants the world to know he's still got it. He could keep going, but he wants to walk out the way he came in. Proud, powerful, and unforgettable. He's not just saying goodbye, he's trying to create a memory that will live forever. For the fans, for his legacy, and for himself. If you're a fan of MMA, this is a fight you cannot miss. Dustin Poirier is promising to give us everything he has, and when a fighter like him says he's going all in, you know you're about to witness something legendary. He's ready to leave his soul in that cage. No regrets, no holding back. Now, onto a surprising twist, one that's got people talking everywhere. David Feldman, the president of BKFC Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, believes that Conor McGregor might actually fight in bare knuckle one day. And no, this isn't just a wild rumor. Feldman is confident. He's not just guessing, he genuinely believes it's possible. Why? Because Conor owns a big stake in BKFC. That alone makes it far more likely that he might step into that brutal, bloody ring himself to promote the brand. In an interview with MMA Junkie, Feldman explained it all. He said, look, if Conor finishes his last 2 UFC fights, then yeah, there's a 100% chance we'll see him in BKFC. Sure, it's not happening tomorrow, but the door is wide open. Feldman also said something else, something personal. He talked about seeing a different Conor McGregor lately, someone more grounded, more focused, someone who wants to provide for his family and truly respects the sport again. We all know two sides of Conor, the flashy, loud superstar and the silent, deadly warrior. And Feldman says the version he's seeing right now, it's the focused fighter, the real one. He also opened up about what it's like working with Conor, and let's be honest, that can't be easy. Feldman admitted that Conor can be incredibly challenging if you don't understand him. But he says they work well together. There's mutual respect. No ego games, no power plays, just a shared goal to elevate BKFC. And get this, Feldman truly believes that if Conor steps into BKFC, it would skyrocket the brand to a whole new level. It would also increase Conor's own equity in the company. It's a smart move for business and for legacy. And really, who else could pull off something that bold, that wild, and make it must-see history? Only Conor McGregor. Let's move to Jon Jones. And yes, Daniel Cormier is calling him out again. Recently, Cormier said something big. He called Jon Jones a quitter. Yeah, you heard that right. On his YouTube channel, DC didn't hold back. He said Jones quit. Why? Because when Jones was younger, he used to say, I'll still be fighting at 38 when you're retired. But now that he's the one at that age, he walked away. DC's take? Jones saw what was coming and said, nope. He admitted, sure, Jones probably knows his own body better than anyone else, but it still felt like he didn't want that challenge, especially not against someone like Tom Aspinall. DC even said that if he were in Jones's place, he'd take that fight, even if it scared him. And then, Jon Jones responded. You know he wasn't going to stay quiet. On X, formerly Twitter, Jones hit back hard. He said, sometimes you gotta know when to quit. Sometimes letting go is the best decision. When someone accused him of ducking Tom Aspinall, Jones clapped back with this. Choosing when and where you want the fight isn't ducking. This isn't checkers, it's chess. Classic Jon Jones, always sharp, always thinking ahead. He's not backing down, he's just rewriting the story, his way. But wait, Jon isn't done yet, because Dana White just confirmed that Jones is officially back.
Eindkenskomtrakt i year 9 was dark.
On the Full Send podcast, Dana said Jon Jones is back in the USADA testing pool and out of retirement. And he's got his eyes set on something massive, a UFC event at the White House scheduled for July 4th, 2026. Yes, you read that right. The White House, an American icon, fighting in front of the most powerful symbol of America. It would be unreal. Jon himself said he's not sure if he'll fight Tom Aspinall or someone else, but he has his reason to fight again. And that's not all Dana teased. He was asked about Ilia Topuria versus Paddy Pimblett, but instead he dropped a bomb. Ilia versus Islam Makhachev. He said if Islam wins the 170 title, a fight between him and Ilia would be massive. Spain and Georgia versus Dagestan. Striker versus wrestler. Not a fantasy anymore. It's getting real. Dana even hinted that Jones and McGregor could both fight on that same White House card. Imagine that. Jon Jones, Conor McGregor, one card on the White House lawn. This could become the biggest event in UFC history. Now let's talk about something that had fans freaking out. Rumors started flying that Khamzat Chimaev might be injured and could miss UFC 319. People were genuinely worried. Is the fight off? Is Khamzat hurt? Is the whole card in trouble? But then came Daniel Cormier and he shut all of that down fast. DC didn't just give his opinion, he spoke from experience. He saw Khamzat training, not heard about it, not speculated, he saw it with his own eyes. And his message was crystal clear. Khamzat is fine, he's healthy, he's putting in the work. According to Cormier, there's zero chance this guy's faking it or hiding some injury. In fact, he said Khamzat is training with Coach Calavita, and that alone proves he's not injured. Because if you know anything about Coach Calavita, you know this. He doesn't go easy on anyone. His training style, brutal. It breaks you mentally and physically. You don't survive those sessions unless you're 100% healthy. And Khamzat? He's surviving, he's thriving, he's grinding. DC describes seeing Khamzat in a garage gym in Los Angeles, just going at it. That kind of training doesn't lie. You can't fake your way through it. So no, Khamzat is not injured. UFC 319 is not in danger. And fans, you can breathe again. Chimaev is scheduled to face Dricus Du Plessis for the middleweight title, and this is no walk in the park. It's a fight that has everything: power, pressure, pride. But DC warned fans, don't sleep on Du Plessis. Time and time again, people doubt him. They think he's an easy target. They say he doesn't belong. But the truth, he's a dominant champion. Tough, relentless, and hungry. DC said the fans need to stop underestimating him. This guy is not just here for a paycheck. He's here to win. He's here to make a statement. And Cormier can't wait for this fight. When those injury rumors started flying, even he got bummed out. He didn't want to believe the card might fall apart. UFC 319 is supposed to be huge. But now that he's seen Khamzat alive, well, and training like a beast, it's all systems go. This fight is happening. It's going to be intense, emotional, and unforgettable. And we're all going to be watching. And finally, let's talk about UFC Fight Night, because oh man, what a night. It was one of those events where everything just clicked. Explosive finishes, wild drama, roaring fans. It reminded us all why we love this sport. Let's break down the top 3 fights that absolutely lit up the night. Main event, Derek Lewis Talison Taira. Heavyweight legend Derek Lewis came in like a man possessed. He was facing rising star Talison Taira, and let's just say, he wasn't looking to take it slow. Just 35 seconds into the very first round, Derek unleashed a brutal combo that sent Taira crashing to the canvas. Boom, done. The crowd went wild, the energy in the arena, pure chaos. It was a classic Derek Lewis moment. Raw power, insane explosiveness, no mercy. With that win, he moved his record to 29 wins, 12 losses. He's not just staying in the mix, he's reminding everyone, I'm still here, and I'm still dangerous. Anyone in the top rankings, they better be watching their backs. Co-main event, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Gabriel Bonfim. Next up, we had a technical masterpiece. Stephen Thompson, the legend with that signature karate style, faced off against dangerous Brazilian prospect Gabriel Bonfim, and man, Thompson put on a show. He controlled the entire fight, all 3 rounds, with his movement, his timing, and his calm, collected style. Every strike was calculated, every counter was precise. He kept Bonfim guessing, dancing around him, picking him apart. By the end of the fight, there was no doubt. Thompson earned the unanimous decision. It was his 17th career win, and another reminder of why he's one of the most respected tacticians in MMA history. He's still got it, and he's still dangerous. And then, we got a war. Calvin Kattar stepped into the cage to face Steve Garcia in a featherweight battle that was pure grit from start to finish. This fight had everything. Back and forth action, heart, skill, and intensity. Neither man backed down. Every round felt like it could go either way, but in the end, it was Kattar who edged it out with a hard-earned decision win. That brought his record to 23 wins, 10 losses, and proved that he's still very much in the conversation for big fights in the featherweight division. He showed he's hungry, he's tough, he's not done yet. So, what a week it's been in the world of MMA. We've got legends making their last stand, rumors getting crushed, champions preparing for war, and comebacks that could shake the entire sport. Whether it's Dustin's emotional farewell, Conor's possible BKFC leap, John Jones's chess game, or Khamzat proving the doubters wrong, one thing is clear. MMA isn't slowing down. It's only getting bigger, bolder, and more unpredictable. And we, the fans, we're in for the ride of a lifetime. Stay tuned because the best might still be ahead.